saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at boykfarmoutfitters.com. That's BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade-in approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Welcome to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is Friday here in the capital city. 93.7 The Ticket. It's also Friday where you're at. We have 3 different states, actually 4 different states located this morning. We got AG in H-Town. AG, what's happening, my man? Okay, we got Raff in Alabama. Raff, what's happening, my man?
Good morning.
And we got Nicholas, a.k.a. Big Swim, a.k.a. Squinty Eyes, a.k.a. David Lewis, a.k.a.
I don't hear
Legend
a thing.
in Indianapolis. Nick, what's happening, man?
Hello, gentlemen. Good morning.
Hello,
it's weird. I can hear AG. I don't think AG can hear us.
Word?
He cannot hear us.
We ain't got AG on there yet.
But we can hear AG. Jeez, this is. I guess we talk about Rico here. I mean, this is where Rico comes in, back on the board.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Indianapolis hotel room. I'm wide awake, but my eyes are half shut. Mister, I got a polo on at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, there's things we got to do.
That doesn't look like it's been slept in at all.
No, nigga, it doesn't. I think you just got home.
What are we doing?
Believe it or not, that is just a made bed. I have.
I know damn well you don't. I know damn well you don't make your bed in the morning.
No.
Don't be like that.
I do when it's in the background of my video stream.
Let's hold on one second. Let's see if we can get AG on there rocking. AG, can you hear us? No, he can't hear us.
He's just singing to
Nope,
himself.
he's just singing to himself right now.
I'll just have him muted for a little bit. I'll take him off real quick. I'll take him off until we can. I'll tell him to text me when he gets it figured out.
There we go. Rafferty, what's up, man? How's things going in Alabama?
Going good.
You feeling good? It's always good after a win, correct?
Yeah. How about them Broncos?
They got it done. And this is not to take away from the Broncos, but you could tell that, first of all, Denver, we'll talk about this in the next segment, but they did what they're supposed to do, which was good. Because, Raff, as you know, sometimes they wouldn't have done that. Sometimes they still would have slugged it out with a team like that, which we won't get into. But more importantly, Raff, how is Lolo doing? I know she had a procedure yesterday. How is Lolo feeling this morning, brother?
She's doing good. She's back today. Yesterday it was kind of funny. She was kind of loopy. So she's her old self today. She was wide awake at 4:30 this morning saying, "Take me out." And
what did she have done, man? And what's the problem with it?
She just had a little
Lolo
thing
is
on her
dog. So go ahead.
She had a little thing on her leg, so we just had it removed. So sometimes they, turn into cancer or whatever, but she didn't have cancer, but we just wanted to make sure she didn't anything happen. So she's doing good. She's her old self today, cuddling, loving, eating.
Good to hear. Rafferty, not Rafferty, but Nick, you and Jay Foreman, folks, just in case you know, the Jay Foreman, the Hall of Famer in black shirt, as well as Nick. They are in Indy. Nick, how was travels yesterday? Any hiccups, or did things go pretty smoothly heading to Indianapolis?
The biggest hiccup was that we were third on the runway off of the Chicago out of O'Hare. So that was the biggest hiccup. And so it was, which is fine. We got here even ahead of schedule still. So I told Jay after the flight from Chicago to Indy, I said, that was the most pointless flight ever. You're up in the air for maybe 50 minutes. And you don't even, it felt like as soon as we got up in the air, you came right back down and landed. So it was good. It was smooth. I know a lot of people have problems getting from like Nebraska to Indianapolis. because I know that from like Big Ten Media Days travels and stuff from other people. And AG, I think you might have even had some, but we had zero issues yesterday. So hope for the same on the way back.
I was kind of hoping for an Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams with you today, Nick, where you could smile and then Jay would pop over your shoulder and go, "Good morning, guys."
I could have arranged that. Jay and I, to your guys' point about me seeming like I'm still asleep or whatever when I sent you guys that video earlier this morning, guys. To be honest, I was up at 7:30 a.m. this time, which means 6:30 a.m. Central Time, and Jay can prove it. Jay can prove it because I was texting back and forth with him. So he's on the room directly below me. So I just need to stomp a little bit. Just stop,
do it right now.
Make sure
do it right now. Stand up and
to?
jump up. Yeah, stand up and jump up and down. There you go. There you go. Let him know.
That's not loud enough. I didn't hear it.
I'm not sure.
Do it again, Nick. Do it again.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I'm not sure he's going to be able to hear me, but I'm going to get a boop, 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 boop on my door. Hopefully, I think he's the room below me at least. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be awkward if it's not.
Nick will be in Jay's room because he's going to get kicked out of his.
Yeah. Jay, I need refuge. I need refuge.
You are black and I am white. Folks, we got
what's going on here
on Friday. We got AG Sound on. We got
I'm back.
Yes, we got him back. We got AG in Houston. We got Raff in Alabama. We got Nick in Bloomington, Illinois. Actually in Indy right now. Him and Jay will be hitting there later today. We got me and Rico holding down the mothership. And yes, Rico is on the board, folks. We got him in the studio, the house. He's not doing administration stuff. He's going to be riding with us. And he's got some interesting facts because we got a lot of Husker football to discuss. When we come back, though, we'll discuss Thursday night football. Raff will be happy. Also a little bit of history, but then it's all Husker football because there is a battle going on in Bloomington tomorrow. It's The Drive. It's Friday. We'll be right back.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Hard work. It's what drives Nebraska. It defines our strength. Men like you live it every day. But sometimes living up to those expectations can be overwhelming. If you're struggling, call or text 988. You'll get skilled, caring support 24/7. Live up to a different kind of strength. The strength to ask for help. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We got Rico. Rico's on the mic. Rico's on the board. Rico's holding it down. In case you're getting it bored, we got Rico. We got Rico. We got Raff and Bama. We got HG. Akon and A-Jeezy. Akon and A-Jeezy. We got Nick in Bloomington. A-Jeezy. 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 AGZ, I've been saying that all day yesterday, man. I was working out. This was what's dumb. You know, you're getting old and just kind of like mentally out there. I'm literally lifting weights and I was going.
Oh Lord, AD, what are we gonna do with you, man? This would have been a moment in the locker room. Clinton Childs would be like, "Shut up, AD. I'm gonna come and shut your mouth. I'm gonna shut your mouth if you don't shut up." Right?
And Clinton, I played in the Shrine Bowl with Clinton. And Clinton came in one morning. It was me, Clinton, and David Benning. We go in the locker room. This is in York, Nebraska, where the Shrine Bowl was at, man. You know, I was just always full of energy because I was that young.
Yes.
Clinton came in, and I can't say exactly what he said. He goes, "Bro, do you ever get tired?"
Right. Bro.
And you know, Damon, you know, AG, you know, Damon always kind of just walked along, just boom, doo doo. And how Damon walks. He goes, Damon goes, "Nope, he don't ever get tired." Well, going to getting tired. The last night, the Denver Broncos took care of business against the Saints last night, 33-10. Raff, I want to start with you first because those are your donkeys. They took care of business. 33-10. Bo Nix was 164 passing, 75 yards rushing. And I want to stick in that 75 yards rushing, Raff, before we go into the other things a part of the game. Raff, your overall thoughts, if you could sum up the game last night in a few words, what would it be for you, man?
Took care of business. Running game worked last night. Maybe a little too much running out of the quarterback, but if it works, I guess keep on going to it. He's young, so he'll be all right. Defense played good last night. I mean, I know they were going against a depleted Saints, offense.
Mm-hmm.
However, you've got to look at Denver doesn't have their two starting linebackers to start the year. They're both out for the season. So they're using Surtain was out. So yeah, so I mean, I'll take it. I mean, we talked at the beginning of the game with Nix. I think he gets he's amped up when he comes out, doesn't set his feet. And then I think on the one play, he had two guys so wide open. I think even he was surprised, and he made the decision just to throw it right between them.
Raff, that was the first quarter with about 11 something on the clock because I was texting you when I was watching that.
He was amped up.
Yeah, he's got to settle down the pocket. AG, I know you watch it with Levins and Gilbert. What was your thoughts on that game last night?
It was a good, very, very good game. I'm with Raff. Like watching Bo Nix. He, like you said, he mentioned it exactly. He was excited. He happy feet. Like I saw one too where he said in the pocket protection he had days to throw the ball, and he just throws it to the feet of his tight end. Like he didn't have his feet set. It was back throw, it was a back foot throw, so it's kind of no power to the ball, in the ball, getting to his receiver. But going out there and doing what they're supposed to do. This is the game they should have won, and they did, and they won it decisively. And so those are the things that then Bo could take off the film, watching it today, saying this is what I could do better. I could set my feet better. So now he can use this game like a stacking block, get better from that standpoint. Defensively, offensively, Denver did what they're supposed to do. Now for the Saints, Rattler has to get more experience. The team's going to have to, regardless of who's gone, you got to roll with the guys that are there and figure this out and play ball, because the NFL is going to look at the schedule, look at the Saints. Oh yeah, this is going to be a win because we already know where their mindsets are. So you can't think, oh my God, this guy's gone, we can't play like this. Hey, next man up mentality. Let's go. That's what they got to do to finish the season's out.
Nick, you look at Rattler, obviously who's filling in for the injured Derek Carr, and Nick, he was missing Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, who's out for just announced, I think, late last night.
Did he break his leg or was it a hamstring?
I'm not sure what Rashid's is, but he's gone for the next. He's gone for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
Nick,
he's out for the year.
He's out for the year. So Nick, you're talking about Rattler. You're missing your starting center Eric McCoy. You're missing your guard Cesar Ruiz, and then you're missing your tight end Taysom Hill. Rattler was running
back and quarterback.
Quarterback. So he's running for his life last night. Nick, I'm going to ask you this. With New Orleans going forward, and Rico, I want you to chime in on this. What do you do right now if you're New Orleans? AG brought up a good point to where this is what you have, so you have to adjust. Nick, what is your forecast for New Orleans going forward here. I mean, they literally have 17 starters that are gone. A number of those guys, they don't know when they're coming back. What do you do if you're New Orleans?
Well, here's one thing I will say. I think you roll with Spencer Rattler. I think another thing is you need Alvin Kamara to step up, right? Like you gave him opportunities last night. He had 7 carries last night. I think he had 6 catches, and a total of 24 yards, both rushing and receiving, if I remember correctly. I mean, this is one, especially when Derek Carr's not there. This is the face of your franchise. Like, this has been your kind of guy the last couple of years. Taysom Hill being out certainly hurts him because they can do so many things with him. He's such a wild card. He's so dynamic.
Swiss Army knife.
I think,
there.
yeah, right. But like, unfortunately, Spencer Rattler was running for his life. I struggled to like put some of the blame on Spencer Rattler because, man, that dude last night was so under so much duress and so much pressure nonstop. And maybe that's give credit to Denver's defense. The other thing I was thinking about, Raff, and this is actually to Raff, in all honesty, Javonte Williams is good, man.
Oh, he's a baller.
Hey, I got him on my fantasy, baby. 2 teams.
Jay and I were watching the game last night at a bar out here, and it was like one of those things where I was thinking back to like the recent history of Broncos running backs, and it's like the Monty Ball, Philip Lindsay, like those types of guys. They've had decent running backs, just nothing sustainable. Javonte Williams, if he can stay healthy, Denver would have a strong running back room with Javonte Williams. And I think their offense completely changes when he can give you 14 carries and 88 yards and 2 scores. I think their offense completely changes. It takes the pressure off of a guy and a rookie quarterback like Bo Nix. And for my fantasy team purposes, where the heck is Cortland Sutton? But we'll talk about that another time.
Hey, you should have drafted Javonte Williams. That's what you should have. I drafted him in 2 leagues.
Rico, Javonte Williams had 59 yards at halftime. Rico, and I want to stick on that for a second. He had 59 yards at halftime. The thing that impressed me most about him, Raff, and I know you like this because Denver. You take away those injuries when they had last year in the past couple years, we're going to be honest. They have just been decimated with injuries.
Injury riddled.
Similar, Denver has been New Orleans the past couple of years with a number of injuries, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. But bringing that up, Rico, Javonte Williams, the thing that impressed me the most with him is the yards after contact last night and throughout the season. There was a lot of yaks that he had last night. How does that play into Denver's future? Because their schedule's going to be rough. They should take care of business next week against the Panthers, but then it gets very, very tumultuous after that. The Chiefs, who else? The Ravens. Raff, what do you guys have? The Chiefs, Ravens, and it's somebody else. The Raiders. You should take care of the Raiders. But
for the Raiders, the Raiders have a tough defense as well. I mean, you look at it, and this Saints team, as beat up as they were, and you're looking at the yards after contact. I mean, the defenses that Denver's going to be, I almost said Nebraska, the defenses that Denver's going to be facing from here on out, they're only going to get tougher as the year goes on. And the yards after contact are cool, but that's a sign of extremely bad tackling in New Orleans. And again, all the injuries that they were dealing with. So that's something that you'll look forward to, and something that Javonte has a really good handle on. But if he can continue that, that'll make Bo Nix's job a lot easier. You know how much I love me some Bo Nix, although he's thrown off his back foot for some odd reason. If he can continue to run the ball and make his life a whole lot easier with how accurate he has shown the ability to be outside of what was that throw?
I don't know, bro.
It was a bad throw. It was impressive. It went through 2 guys.
Yeah, it was terrible and extremely impressive. You know how
I got a picture of a trash can from Nick.
Hey.
Wow, you are trolling Raff. You are trolling Raff hard.
Picture of a trash can.
Wow, Raff, how much did he troll you? How much? I just want to know. In a week's time, how many times you get anything from Nick that is trolling level?
Oh no, he's nice to me most of the time.
Hey, okay. The touch though, to put it over that receiver and not come close to the other receiver, it's just that's the type of touch you look for in a quarterback. Just usually you want the pass completed.
Hey,
it was funny. Was it the beginning of the second half? He did the same thing again. He had the layer, he had the tight end and the receiver behind and put it right between. I think that was actually the one he hit Honey Badger right in the hand.
It is an impressive throw. It's an impressive throw. If that receiver was a linebacker and the other receiver was, I don't know, 5 yards closer, it would have been beautiful.
Well, here's the deal. Man. Here's the deal about Nick. So for the third time this season, no, he didn't throw an interception and he didn't take a sack. And you guys, there was things last night that Bo Nix did. I still believe this. Bo Nix is going to be a hell of a quarterback in this league.
Yeah,
because he has the ability to get out of the pocket and run away. There was one he ran, and he just kept running. There was not a Saint within miles of him, and I think he took it down like to the 6 or 7 yard line, give or take. But Bo Nix, the thing I do like about him, he didn't throw an interception for the third game this season. Didn't take a sack. Rushed for 75 yards and 10 carries. He was averaging almost 8 yards a carry.
Impressive.
So even when they had him locked downfield, Bo was like, "That's cool. I'm not going to force it."
Yeah.
So as much as we tease him about his happy feet and missing some wide open guys, he didn't force the issue and make it worse.
I do want to say that I feel terrible for Spencer Rattler. How is your first action going to come in a game where like 90% of your roster is gone?
Gone.
Hey, stop making excuses for him. Stop it. Stop it.
What? But AG,
stop it.
You said though, AG, these are the guys we have.
Yeah. Well, you got. Hey, man, this
National Football League.
I experienced this.
I feel bad for him because he's a rookie quarterback. He's coming. He's not expected to play at all this season, really. And the first action he gets is against a pretty tough Denver defense, where most of your roster, most of your skill position guys are gone.
I totally am empathetic with you, Rico. But you know what the NFL is saying? So what? We about to throw the kitchen sink at this kid, okay? Because he's a quarterback, and we don't want him to get as good as he was at South Carolina to get drafted, okay? Let's give him nothing. That's just how defensive coordinators, defensive players, offensive teams playing against a rookie defensive coordinator, they're going to give him the business. It doesn't matter. So,
why are we throwing kitchen sinks at people?
Because this is what the NFL does when they have a young, inexperienced player at the that's why I'm gonna make me a video game where you actually get to throw the sink at the quarterback.
Defensive end, rips a kitchen sink out of the ground.
He was a great college quarterback. But you give them you drag them to the deep water. You do it right away, so they're panicking and stuff like that. And over to Bo Nix, his experience obviously he had 7 years in college because of COVID.
Being 32 years old.
So that is, even though it's a joke, we laugh, but that was time. That's why you see the patience. That's why you see the accuracy. That's why you see in the smart decision making and not forcing things down the field. Having that big 32-yard run was a part of his patience. It might have been a design play, but it's letting his blocker get in front of him to set the block and then exploding through the hole as well. So there's things like that I see him doing, but it's like, from Auburn, good coaching. Oregon, good coaching. Having and good teams or good team players around him. Now he's in a situation where he could grow. He got some space. Like watching that film, like you said on the throw. That's where you sit in the quarterback room. You as a coach, you be like, you'll stop the tape. Like, what did you think of here?
So
I just want to know where your mind was on this throw right here.
He sets his feet. That means Super Bowl, correct?
Well, hey, all I'm saying,
pump your brakes, Raff. Pump your brakes.
All I'm saying is that Tyrann Mathieu should have had a pick. We could say that Bo Nix didn't throw an interception last night, but Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, had two hands and it bounced off his chest plate. So,
and it probably surprised him just as much as it probably surprised him. Because sometimes that happened to DBs. They be like getting the ball like right there. They're like, "Oh my god, why did?"
Well, he wasn't within 10 yards of a wide receiver, so it was a bad miss by Bo Nix because Matthew wasn't within 10 yards of a wide receiver, so it was a bad miss. He wasn't expecting the ball to come in his direction.
Well, you look at as we go to break here, you look at the next number of games. Denver's got a much needed off week, a bye week this coming week, and they got the Panthers on the 27th.
Back-to-back bye weeks.
Back-to-back. Then they go to the Ravens. Then they go to the Chiefs. It's going to be a rough November, in my opinion, for Ravs Broncos. The Saints, on the other hand, they take on LA. They're at LA. Then they take on the Panthers, Atlanta, Cleveland. So it's going to be interesting to see what the tale of two
They're going to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. Nevertheless, folks, in MLB,
when's the last time they did that?
Yeah, it's
last year.
I don't see that happening. In a game that it means anything. Yeah. In baseball news, real fast, folks, before we go, Cleveland takes care of business in a heck of a game last night, 7-5 over the Yankees. The Yankees lead 2-1. They play tonight at 7:08, and that was, if you missed that Cleveland game last night, like I did, I caught the highlights. The beauty of YouTube, you can catch the big plays. They won 2-1 last night. They play at 7:08 tonight, and the Dodgers absolutely destroyed the Mets 10-2. They lead 3-1. They play today in Queens at 4:08, and if the Mets don't win today, they are going fishing. Bye-bye. Folks, we are going to break. When we come back, we got a little history, and then we have just a smorgasbord of Nebraska football, and there's a lot to discuss with that. Folks, it's The Drive.
Yum.
We'll be right back. And Colin AG.
Hey, farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 78. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a continuing breeze and a low around 56. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return with lighter winds and a high around 78. I'm meteorologist Kyle Butler for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown Shoe Fit. Now, through October 31st, take $15 off any regular priced fall shoe and boots. Brands like Keen, Obos, Echo, Taos, and Atrex, all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale that you've all been waiting for. So get down to Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 20th through the 26th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
My husband has always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors, but lately he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Sartor Hamann Jewelers is celebrating 119 years as Lincoln's top choice for fine jewelry. Join us for our anniversary sale, going on now through October 20th. Enjoy an exclusive 20% off on in-stock items, including dazzling diamond jewelry, exquisite rings, and luxury watches. This once-a-year event is our way of saying thank you to the community that has supported us for over a century. Mark your calendars and celebrate this milestone with us by indulging in spectacular savings only at Sartor Hamann Jewelers.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Early break. Anthony in the mailbag says, good morning, guys. Question for the mailbag. If you were trapped in a 10 by 10 foot by 10 foot concrete room with one animal, what is the largest animal you could kill with nothing but your bare hands?
I'd like to think I could whip an ostrich.
Get a hold of his neck. He's gonna whip him around. He's gonna whip him around.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's Friday. It's Friday. Game time 24. Game time 24 hours. It's game time. It's game time. Folks, a few of the text messages we got on this Friday. Again, we got AG in H-Town. We got Raff there in Alabama. We got Nick step away for a quick bit. He's with the black shirt there in Indianapolis. They will be in Bloomington tomorrow for tomorrow's 11 a.m. kickoff. Big noon kickoff as far as that goes. Chubby Rhino says right here, good morning to you. Chubby Rhino goes, does Bo Nix happy feet include throwing off his back foot when he doesn't need to, fading away to throw? Chubby Rhino, he's definitely got to get that under control because when he plays against the Ravens and the Chiefs, those type of throws will cost you. They will cost you. Yeah, they take it back to the house. Hizzlebear, good morning. He goes, I have the Denver defense, 21 points last night. Congrats to you. They definitely scored a lot for you if you had them on your fantasy team. Eric says, nice humble brag there, Nick. Just casually hanging out with Jay Foreman. Big Daddy Travis, bring back Brock Osweiler. Yeah, that might not. That might be a thing.
Osweiler fans.
Colorado
No.
496 says the Saints.
Yeah, that's happy feet.
Offense. Yeah, he's got happy feet. Thunder Not Collins. Good morning, gents. Oh, looky. Nick isn't at the station today. Surprise, surprise. Thanks for being the man, Rico.
You know what it is. Hey. You know what it is. I hold it down.
Holding it down.
I'm out here.
He's holding it down.
I'm really like
bad 5-year-old talking right now.
Henry, you want me to stop saying it?
What's up, Ahman? What's up?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
You heard me? I didn't stutter.
Look, I don't care how many years. I don't care how many years you played in the NFL. I don't care how big your biceps are. I still take you.
See, I like how Rico says that when he's here in the studio and you're in Houston.
I'll say it to his face. I'll say it to his face. I ain't scared.
AG's like, pull up.
Pull up. Yeah.
I ain't scared of you.
No. Reason why I say no. See, this is not even. You're getting it so aggressive. Relax. This is something. This is like a compliment to how you
call me a 5-year-old.
I know, but 5-year-olds are smart. You know that. You got a 5-year-old. Kids are smart, man. You know, and so you get on the mic and you spitting facts. That's what it's a compliment. It's more of a compliment.
And you'd be a really tall 5-year-old.
I would be a really tall 5-year-old.
Yeah, and strong 5-year-old.
And then I would stop growing, just like I did when I was 5.
Oh man.
In the history segment, we got history here. In the 1977 Baseball World Series, Reggie Jackson hits 3 consecutive home runs, tying Babe Ruth's World Series record. New York Yankees beat the Dodgers 8-4 to clinch a 4-2 series win. Yankees outfielder Reggie Jackson was the MVP. Quick trivia question for you guys. I didn't realize this. I literally had to look it up last night. How many seasons did Reggie Jackson play?
All of them.
Take a guess. Rico said all of them.
Hey, that's a see. He's
How
smart.
many years?
He's smart.
Did he
smart.
play? How long was his career?
I would say 18 years, maybe
18.
15 years, somewhere
Okay,
in
18
there.
or 15, AG?
I'll go 15. I'll go 15.
I'll take 18.
18. Rafferty?
I'm going to go 23.
21 seasons he played in the Major League. Let me
Closest without going over Price is Right rules.
Yes.
I know.
Let me ask you this, and I did not realize this either. How many teams did Reggie Jackson play for?
Ooh.
The A's.
He played for the A's, Yankees.
Yankees, that's 2.
Angels.
That's 3.
Yep. I'll say 4. Since we're at 3 already.
I feel like there's one that we just always everybody
You
forgets
guys
about.
said
'cause that
the
happens with
A's,
every
the Angels,
player.
the Yankees. Who else?
There's one more.
I'm gonna go with 5. I feel like there's one that was like a year in there.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you the teams.
AL or NL?
Doesn't matter. Just name them.
Don't matter. Yeah. Gotta
A's,
name 'em,
Angels,
right?
Yankees.
I'm good with 4. I just don't know the team.
I'm going 5. I don't know the teams.
I had no idea he played this many teams.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah.
All
like
right.
8. It's 8. 8.
Hit us with the teams.
I'll say 8 because he was a recluse, right? He was a little bit of a loose cannon, but for good reason.
He cussed Raff out when Raff sat on his lap one time as a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
like
first time I met him, he cussed me. He let me have it.
Right. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Raff.
Oh no, if he didn't know you, he didn't like you.
The number of teams he played for. You guys want me to just come with it?
Just go ahead.
Yeah.
21 seasons. He played for the Kansas City Royals.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
Oakland Athletics.
Yes, knew that.
Baltimore Orioles was the one that
Orioles,
there's one in there.
Yep. The Yankees and the Angels we played for.
Got it.
5, 4.
5 teams.
5.
21
5.
seasons.
Okay.
Raff, what you got, my man?
I have got a birthday today, turning 85 years old today, from Carnegie, Pennsylvania. He played tight end for the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Mike Ditka.
Boom! Way to go, AG. Look at
Mike
you.
Ditka. Got a Ditka for ya. That was that Saturday night. Remember the Saturday night skit with the Bear fans?
You want to play? Get the hell out of here.
No Bears. No
The
Bears.
Bears.
No Bears.
My favorite part of that skit.
Yeah.
I just had my 3rd heart attack. That's gotta be a record.
Hey, that's how Chicago fans, Chicago people talk, man. They
Right.
don't hear that twang. They don't hear that twang in their accent. They have one. It's hilarious. When I met my wife, that's all I heard. I was like, babe, you got a crazy accent. I can't explain it right now. She's like, I don't have an accent. I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's cute though. It's beautiful. It's cute. I got for probably Rico. I wish and Nick, if he was in here, because around when y'all were kiddos,
Nick don't care.
when you guys were kiddos, and I was probably mid-30s. Nintendo introduced Wii games. Nintendo introduced Wii games and Wii Sports Resorts, which became extremely popular and had hundreds of thousands of participants in just 1 month. So we came out, man. Hey, when we came out, it was so fire. I remember me and my wife, we were playing Wipeout. They had a Wipeout version of on the actually wasn't Wii, but it was Connect, and Xbox came out with their version of it, copycat Nintendo. And this funny moment happened because we're doing ice skating on this game. Mind you, it's a video game. I don't know how they figured this is going to work, but it works. And so you had to match the moves that were on the screen. So, you know, if you had to do like an Egyptian move and all that. So I hit Yeah, so I hit them all. I'm killing it. Bam, bam, bam. It's like pop, bam. My wife gets on that thing and she's doing it right, and it's not reading her body. The screen is like I think she was too close, and she kept going. God dang it! Let's go, John. This thing cheats. Why they booing me? The game was booing her. It was boo.
Yeah, no, Wii Sports was amazing. When the Wii came out, that was fantastic.
Nick, how old were you when the Wii Sports and Wii games came out?
He was like 7.
I would have been like 7 or 8. I remember that was my biggest Christmas present was a red Wii. My parents never got us like video games. I always had to pay for the stuff on my own. So when I opened up that red Wii, I was shocked. But I was
2010.
Yeah. Oh, I would have been 9. That would have been 9.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, so
But
that
then
was
it was
my history of the day.
I was in high school.
You were a different level of income though if you got the Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah, I just had
What was
regular
the difference?
Wii Sports Resort was fancier.
It had like the tennis racket and stuff.
Yeah.
It?
No, it had like the flying game and it had basketball on it.
Yeah, you were like paragliding and all that.
Oh yeah. There was
just Wii Sports was like bowling and baseball and hey, that baseball I was hitting home runs left and right.
Well,
it was the only kind of baseball I was good at.
So
I heard the NFL played fairly well back in the 90s or 2000s, so he could get Wii Sports Resort.
Oh yeah. AG, do you hear? AG, Raff is just coming at you. What's the deal?
No,
you
guys
I
said
didn't even. Was that
you
at
guys
me?
said it
I
was
was.
a
I thought it was to
different
you, Nick. It just went over my head.
Why are you watching another
well,
man's pockets? What are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Raff went down there to Alabama, and he's just cracking on
AG
everybody.
goes once. You guys don't get nothing.
Sweet home Alabama.
He went home Raff is down there in Alabama, and he ain't taking it no more. He goes, Nick, I ain't taking no more. You're
No
cracking
more.
me. I don't
Mr.
care
Nice
how many
guy.
gosh darn yards you ran for in Green the Bay, but I'm in Bama.
That's what I'm saying.
I got to answer a question on the YouTube though. I was not driving a white Jaguar yesterday.
He said that bay ain't even green.
No, Raff
My thing is this. I'm still getting used to like what it's like to not be in the studio. You know, this is what streaming in is like. And Raff has made it look easy. Raff's done it enough where he really makes it look easy. But this is this is a little tougher. So but hey,
what's tough about it, Nick? Tell us.
Raff's had plenty of practice.
Yeah, he streams in.
I love it,
folks. As they discuss that behind the scenes, we are going to break. When we come back, it's a lot of Nebraska football, and you know what? Rico has some stats that may make tonight's rest a little uneasy.
They're not good.
But we shall rise. We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive. We got 4 screens this morning. And you have 2. You have a little Rico in the studio.
Hello.
My little brown sugar.
Hello.
Little brown sugar Rico.
Hello.
We'll be
You
right
can't
back.
even see him over the computers.
Says the dude that takes up the entire screen.
Bye, Rico.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bosin on November 5th. Paid for by Bosin for Legislature.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, You wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop. Woohoo!
Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call John Henry's at 402-435-5555 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-435-5555.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
My husband has always been the one we depend on. He's a great dad, loves the outdoors, but lately he hasn't been himself. He tried to hide it, but I can tell he's struggling with his mental health. I called the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
988 calls and texts are free and confidential with skilled caring support 24/7. No judgment, just help.
988 saved my husband's life.
Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
The spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting incident.
How bad was that? And do he deserve to miss more games?
I think it's despicable to spit on another human
lucky
being.
this guy had a shield on his face. What happened? The guy from Oregon, the receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Spit in the guy's face from Ohio State. Why did he do that?
Man, you don't spit on a
Back
guy.
and forth.
You don't spit on a guy. I would never do that. Again. I said again.
I was going to ask you about that from one spitter to another spitter.
No, come on, guys. Listen, guys.
Years ago.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys, don't hold that against
Next. Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. 0% with roof credit.
Welcome to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. We are back. We are back. Isaac, my man, good morning. He goes, some record label needs to sign you. I should keep singing then, shouldn't I? Maybe not. Isaac, I appreciate you, man. Hope your Friday's going great. Unknown Texture 1231 says, A-Train here. Rico, don't let them get to you, short king. You're a king, Rico.
Damn straight.
And don't let nobody tell you any different, man. A. Ron says, my mom gave us a game called Go Outside and Play Before I Whoop Y'all. That was a game too. Go outside.
Go touch grass.
Yeah, we all played the same game then.
Go find something to do.
Go touch
well,
grass.
there is something that's been going on tomorrow as well on some grass, and it's going to be Nebraska versus Indiana. You guys, that game, and I keep saying this, it concerns me. Rico brought up some stats that would concern me even more as far as that goes. Tomorrow, Nebraska, of course, takes on Indiana.
The Hoosiers.
At the other Memorial Stadium. We got the real stadium. They have field turf. It won't be grass. It will be field turf they're playing on. They have a capacity of 52,626 that fills their stadium. It is going to be packed out.
Yes.
Their bowl record is 3-10. They have 2 conference titles. And you guys, but it's a new sheriff in town, Signetti. If you don't know who he is, as he would say, Google him.
Google him.
Rico, I want you to start off with this because Raff, AG, and Nick, there's some stats on here, man. There are some stats. Rico, you did some digging. I did some digging. We all did some digging. Rico, start off with the ones that concerns you the most, though.
I guess the one that concerns me the most, and this is something that could go back to a lot of people saying that Nebraska or Indiana hasn't played anybody, but in terms of total defense for Indiana, and everybody saying, oh, Indiana hasn't faced a defense like Nebraska and the likes and what have you. Nebraska's total defense ranks 13th in the country, has allowed 1,635 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 272.5 yards per game, right? Indiana's total defense is 6th in the country. They've only allowed 1,534. They've allowed them more touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, and are allowing 235.7 yards per game. And then in just that, so that's total defense. But if you break it down into rushing and passing defense, Indiana's rush defense is 6th in the country, while their passing defense is 21st in the country. Every statistic in terms of offense and defense, Indiana is ranked higher than Nebraska. So if you're looking at this, and I know that a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, they haven't played anybody, so that's why their offensive and defensive statistics are so much higher than Nebraska's is, because, you know, Nebraska's played Colorado and Indiana and Rutgers. And okay, well, Indiana's played UCLA, who, even though they're a bottom of the Big Ten team, you could kind of equate them to a Purdue. Mm-hmm. They've played Maryland, who is a very good offense, and forced Indiana to turn the ball over 3 times in the first half and still lost the game. And they've played an improved Northwestern team who gave them all they could, but still ended up coming out on the wrong side of things. It's if you look at the schedules, yes, they've played some very lower level teams in terms of their non-conference. But then again, so has Nebraska, and Indiana is still putting up better numbers than the Cornhuskers.
You guys, let me put this out there with the information that Rico dropped out there. I'm going to drop this to you guys real quick, all of you in this real fast, so you see some of these numbers. So just drop those. Here's the thing that I think that is efficient. Curtis Rourke, their quarterback, he's 118 for 160. He only has 2 INTs. He completes almost 74% of his passes. As of right now, he's got 14 touchdowns. He's averaging 292 a game. I'm going to bring this to you first, Rav, as a former QB. And Nick, I want you to expound on this as well. What is the key for Curtis Rourke? He does not get flustered easily. He's a wily veteran. He's seen a lot of things already. All right. He's seen a lot. And I think a lot of people forget, too, Coach Signetti brought about 16, 17 guys from JMU with him. Those guys were successful at JMU. Those guys are used to winning.
And they know the system.
They know the system.
They may not know Indiana, but they know the system that Signetti's running.
Exactly. Know that system. Raff, with Curtis Rourke, the guy doesn't get rattled easily. What do you have to do to rattle this guy? And Nick, I want you to be on deck to expound on this as well.
I think as many years as he's been around, I don't know if you rattle him, but the thing you do is Nebraska has got to take care of Nebraska. And what I mean by that is no blown coverages, no blown assignments. Play Nebraska football. If you play Nebraska football, the rest takes care of itself. What happens is maybe we get a little too wrapped up thinking about, Curtis Rourke. Oh man, he's played for 6 years and he's got great statistics. Like we just talked about statistics. Well, the schedule. On Saturday, we're showing up and we're playing those guys. So if I'm Nebraska, you take care of Nebraska and let the chips fall where they may.
Nick, you look at as far as his receiving core, you have Elijah Surratt, 29 catches for 513 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns. Omar Cooper is another target he likes to go to. He actually spreads the ball quite a bit. You got Elijah Surratt with 29 catches. You got Omar Cooper Jr. with 18. Miles Price with 20 catches. Miles Cross with 17 catches. All those guys are averaging significant. I can't say significant. None of them are averaging 100 yards a game, but they get the yards. When they complete for at least 15 yards or more on that. With that being said, though, Nick, our secondary, obviously, it's Tommy Hill's a game time decision. I'm not personally concerned because Sierra Wright has played so well. Nick, do you have any concerns with our secondary matched up a quarterback like him, like a Rourke, who's a very, very high completion rate, with the receivers that he has that catch the ball and get yards after the catch?
I don't right now because kind of building off of exactly what Raff was saying, Nebraska's got to do some things defensively that get Rourke uncomfortable. If you watch some of Indiana's first 6 games, by the way, guys, 6-0 for the first time since 1967. It's their second time in school history that they've ever been 6-0. This is unfamiliar territory for them. And to Rico's point, right, you have 27 transfers on this team. 14 of them are starters. They have 7 transfers on each side of the ball that are starters, first and foremost, right? So might not know Indiana, but the cohesiveness part of it is certainly there. They know each other, I suppose, because a lot of them came from James Madison. Nebraska defensively, I did not realize this until I was doing some research on the plane yesterday. Nebraska is first in the Big Ten in sacks and tackles for loss. It doesn't feel like that this year. It just doesn't, right? Like, especially if you take away the Colorado game where they kind of had their way, it doesn't feel like they've gotten a lot of pressure nonstop to the opposing quarterbacks. Now, what Indiana does so well, and AG, I know you can especially talk on this, is the teams with Indiana that Indiana's faced, one thing they've done or haven't done is they've allowed Curtis Rourke to throw the ball when he wants to. And all of that starts with the running game. Nebraska starts, if Nebraska can shut down Justice Ellison, then it's going. And Indiana is also a team that has not trailed once, not a single second this season. If Nebraska can get Indiana into more and more of an unfamiliar territory tomorrow, even if it's in the first quarter, even if it's in the second quarter, that's going to force Curtis Rourke, who is the MAC Player of the Year in 2022, to do maybe some uncharacteristic things. Rico mentioned the 3 turnovers in against Maryland. That's the only 3 turnovers. That's the only turnovers Indiana has all season long. So it's kind of bizarre. It all came in that first half. It was crappy weather in Bloomington that day against Maryland. And to Rico's point, they still won the game. So I just think
had the
Nebraska,
lead.
Yeah, right. Like that was what's crazy. And Curtis Rourke was responsible for all 3, 2 interceptions and a fumble. And so it was just kind of crazy to think about. Curtis Rourke has been able to do kind of whatever he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. And with that, Curt Cignetti and the play calling and the offense, because everything's kind of worked. Nebraska's going to be the best defense that they've faced to this point of the year. So if Nebraska can get them in an unfamiliar territory, then I think Nebraska's going to be okay tomorrow.
This is so, and kind of building on that, and that's something that I was kind of looking at is that's true. Is Nebraska is the best defense that Indiana is going to face this year, but Indiana is far and away the best offense that Nebraska is going to have faced this season. So they're going to have to, and you talk about the secondary and Tommy Hill being a game time decision, and we saw, against Colorado, they held their own and they kept Colorado out of the end zone. They were still giving up, some big passing plays to Colorado and to Illinois and a few to Purdue as well. So that's something that has me concerned, because when you look at Indiana's passing offense, when you talk about Curtis Rourke and getting him out of rhythm and forcing him to not sit back there and have all day to throw, Nebraska, but to Nick's point with that statistic of leading the Big Ten in sacks and tackles for loss, they're really going to have to get after him, because Indiana's passing offense, 10th in the country, 15 touchdowns. Get this, they average 15.26 yards per completion. They are tossing the ball down the field. They are going to test this secondary in a way that they have not been tested this year. Yes, Colorado had probably better athletes, but they were getting to Shedeur, play in and play out, and again, forcing him to not have the time to throw. If they can do that to Curtis Rourke, I feel like they're going to have a really good chance, because Nebraska's passing defense has hold on, let me find this again. I have to get this right. 7 interceptions this season. 7 interceptions. I didn't know it was that high.
2 things real quick, AG, I want you to think about this. Old Dad 34, good morning to you. We're going to get to this towards the end of the show, but I want to read this so I don't forget. Old Dad 34. I have been on 3 different sites, and Nebraska sports writers are picking us to lose this game. What do you guys think? Old Dad 34, we're definitely going to get to that at our predictions towards the end. I wanted to acknowledge that, though. Appreciate you texting that in. AG, a quick stat here I want you to think about. According to collegefootballstats.com, Nick, thanks for peeping me out to this. Total offense, Indiana, 406 plays, 3,094 yards. Here's the opponents. 348 plays, 1,534 yards. With that being said, now it sounds like doom and gloom. It's not doom and gloom. These are numbers. These are stats. Can't ignore the stats. With that being said, though, and Nick, you brought up a point. Raff, you brought up a point. Rico, you did as well. AG, you mentioned something earlier this morning. Take them to the deep. They have not trailed a game yet this year. With that being said, AG, if Nebraska, don't you take them down there and drown them?
Yeah, that's the goal. You have Rourke, who is a COVID player. You got that experience. He's another Bo Nix on the mix here. He has 4 years at Ohio with our coach Solich, right? He was there, and now he's with Cignetti, another good coach. So yeah, this kid has all the experience. So being rattled is not easy to rattle him. So you get him off his spot, because when I'm watching film on him, when he gets set back, he's in shotgun or he's coming up, very rarely coming from under center. But if he does, he gets to his spot, he makes his progression, then he throws the ball. Change that rhythm. Slow him up by getting disruption, getting penetration with the D-line, throwing the blitzes at them. They do a good job, but just keep testing them. They do a good job of picking up the blitz. They do a good job as the receivers, as Rico mentioned, catching the ball and getting upfield. Completions are high. I see a lot of defenses sticking off the receivers. I was like, get on man press, make them work for the ball. And so that's where you take them to that D-wire to find out, can they handle where you got to not only go through your progressions, but you know what? You might have to run the ball with the quarterback. Like, there's nobody there, either going to make him run it or make him throw it out of bounds to live to the next down type of situation. So, be mindful. Obviously, they're a real disciplined team. They're clean. The mistakes are not there. Yep, he has less interceptions than Dylan, but that just goes with, I say, seniority there. He's been on the field a lot longer at the college level. So having all those attributes, this is why you play the games. You want to find out as a measuring stick where you are between all the teams you played against. It's obviously been similar and different at the same time in terms of how both team seasons has gone. But now we're going to find out come tomorrow at about 11 a.m. our time of 12 p.m. Central Standard or Eastern time when the ball's kicked off, because the discipline has to be there for 4 quarters on both sides of the ball, especially Indiana, for them being at home and want to make a statement for themselves. So they got to play hard all the time.
That part, AG, right? Like I sit there and I wonder, like, if you're an Indiana fan, and I've talked to 2 of them, because 2 of them are staying in the hotel. Actually, right when I went down to go get my coffee, I talked to one, and like they were standing there going, "We don't really know a whole lot about this team still." Like this is, right. I went through it. This team with Indiana, I don't even hesitate to say this. They play above their talent level. Like you look on their roster, and there's not a whole lot of flashy names. There's not a whole lot of like game changers. And frankly, maybe this is the way Nebraska plays too, right? Right now. Yeah. It's like there's not a whole lot of flashy guys. They just kind of all do their job. And so I think, once again, they play with great detail. That comes from Coach Kurt Signetti, obviously. Just that grind it out. We're going to show up as late as possible. We're going to get the job done, and we're going to get the heck out of there. That kind of mentality, I think, is important for a place like Indiana. But now you bring in the Big Noon Kickoff. I was talking, there was a person that works for Fox Sports and Big Noon Kickoff on our flight yesterday, and she was talking about, she was talking about how Indiana just kind of still is shocking people. Not many people want to buy in. Like, this is a big opportunity for Indiana to say, hey, look at us. We're pretty legit here. However, I don't know if a lot of people are believing that they can do that tomorrow. So we talked about it yesterday, the pressure on which coach and which team. I think it firmly is on the side of Indiana tomorrow, with homecoming and with a lot of people in town, with a lot of national notoriety around them as well. All the pressure's on Indiana. Can Nebraska finally take advantage of it? That's going to be the big question tomorrow.
Raff, when we come back, we obviously got more Nebraska football to discuss because Indiana has a slew of running backs that come at you in ways which we'll discuss. And Raff, I got a question for you and for all of us as far as that goes. Text line, obviously, definitely continue to text us in. The Starter Heyman text line, not Starter Heyman, the Allo text line as far as that goes. You can feel free to text us in. We will make sure I'm correct on that.
Starter Heyman text line.
Starter Heyman on the Allo line, of course, fiber line. It is Friday. We got a lot more to discuss, a lot of numbers, but I think in a game like this, the numbers matter because the numbers allow you to find out who a team is. And we'll find out about all that. That's more in Bloomington, Illinois tomorrow at 11 a.m. kickoff. Folks, we'll be right back on this Friday. It's The Drive, 937 a ticket.
Drink locally and support local business during Lincoln's Craft Beer Week, October 20th through the 26th. Great beer, cider, distillates, and more are made right here in Lincoln. For more info, visit lincoln.org/beer-week. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. Remember to enjoy responsibly.
Time for a new heating and cooling system? Get the options, brand, and efficiency that best fits your family and your home. Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call Liberty Law at 877-42-LIBERTY. Advocates you need, trial attorneys you can trust. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day, teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. 0% with roof credit.
Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. We're bringing you an NFL triple header on Sunday, starting at noon with an NFC East game in the Meadowlands between the Giants and the Eagles. Our afternoon game has been played on the Super Bowl stage multiple times recently, including last season. It's the 49ers hosting the Chiefs. Finally, we'll bring you a pair of debuts in Pittsburgh, Devontae Adams for the Jets and Russell Wilson for the Steelers. You can catch all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm repping Nebraska, Cornhuskers pride. Big red energy, we rise never high. From the heart of the plains, where the cornfields grow, we hustle, we grind, that's the Husker flow. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That was a nice little rap right there, wasn't y'all?
When did you write that, and how long?
I felt it. I'm plead the fifth.
Nebraska, the Cornhuskers pride. Big red energy, we rise, never die. From the heart of the plains, where the cornfields grow, we hustle, we grind. That's the Husker flow. Rico, yeah, Connor Young G. I put that in there.
Yeah. I'm a backup dancer, bro. I don't rap.
Backup dancer.
I already know my place. Trust me.
Raffy, before we went to break, man, there's a stat I wanted to bring out to you, but not really a stat, but just the guys that Indiana has, man. They run by committee, fellas. You got Justice Ellison, who's got 64 for 409. He's got 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 6.4 yards a carry. Then you got Tyson Lawton, 68 attempts, 329 yards. He's averaging 4.8. He's got 7 touchdowns. And then they obviously bring in KB, Kellyon Black, 26 attempts, 163. But he's also, all these guys are averaging over 6 yards a carry. Raff, with that being said, Ty Robinson, Nash, Jamari Butler, Bullock, Mackay, MJ Sherman, those guys right there, how critical is it going to be with a veteran quarterback in a running game that they have? How crucial is it going to be those guys to play disciplined football and to put we talked about this a little bit earlier, but you only have receivers that average 15 yards, but you got running backs that are averaging 6 yards a clip.
Here's the deal. In the words of the great one, The Rock, just bring it. Just bring it. I mean, if Nebraska ever has any dreams of ever getting back into the upper echelon of college football, these are the games where Nebraska's got to start winning. So I think in the Matt Rule master plan, I think this game is perfect because I think maybe last year, maybe this game, before the game, we've already psyched ourselves up or psyched ourselves out. Now we're looking at going into this game. I think this is one of those games I think Nebraska gets just to show that, hey, we can go and we can play against this type of team, because all we've heard is they're great stats, they're great defense, they're great offense, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, this is a game Nebraska needs to get back to where they want to go. And this is just another step in that direction. So I say just bring it.
You say just bring it. And I like that. Rico and Nick and AG. Nick, I know you got to step out after the segment. So Nick, I'm going to start with you first.
Okay.
Isn't it time for Nebraska to have a signature win? Because
I
don't think we've had a signature win yet. No. Is this time for a signature win, Nick?
Yeah, I think right now, right? Because it's to Raff's thing, there's so many negative pieces going against Nebraska, right? And people are so quick to mention everything else. I think Nebraska, without the actual program thinking or acknowledging this, they've lost 25 straight against ranked opponents. And this is now a ranked opponent that awaits you. And guess what? It's the second half of the schedule gets a little more daunting now that teams have actually played the games. And so after this one, it doesn't get easier with the game against Ohio State. And then obviously Wisconsin looks like they can score the ball a little bit better now. And Iowa's the same old Iowa team. So I think you look ahead and you go, okay, where can Nebraska get it? And tomorrow feels like one where Nebraska, if they handle business, if they do what we talked about, like we say every week, right? It's like the same keys every single week. If they can do that, Nebraska's going to be okay. I think Nebraska, they can really use tomorrow and a victory tomorrow as a game to where they kind of, like Raff said, to have the respect nationally. Tomorrow's a game where it starts, right? Like Nebraska's been on the national stage quite often. They've really had one game where they were on the national stage this year, and that was against Colorado, and they did their job to a certain extent there. But in previous years, and yes, it was different staffs, but in previous years, it's been a Friday night loss against Illinois in week 0. It's been a week 1 loss against Minnesota. They haven't shown up. Tomorrow's an opportunity to change that narrative. And it all starts, with preparation and I'm excited, guys. It's going to be a fun day.
Nick, it definitely is. Nick, and we appreciate you chiming in this morning, man. And before we go to break, though, I want to get AG's and Rico's real fast. AG, Nick brings up a good point. It's prime time to get something done. With that being said,
Yeah.
AG, with the off week, I want to bring this up. We had an off week last week. It was a great time to have a bye week, and so did Indiana as far as that go. But sticking with us though, with that fresh legs, some guys had a chance to heal up, to look at some film a little more in depth, if you would. Some younger guys are getting some reps in there as well. Some guys heal up. How does that play for Nebraska coming against a sluggish game? Let's call it what it is. It was a sluggish game against Rutgers. AG, you go back to your playing days. You had a bye week. You won the game, because at the end of the day, you win. That's what you want to do, is win.
Yeah.
You won the game, but you're coming into a very hostile territory, a 6-0 team that's never trailed behind. What's your mindset coming to this game right here? Are you trying to move some furniture?
Man, you already know what my mindset is. On the road, we redecorating. Okay, that's the mindset. We redecorating. Oh, you want that window over there? No, you don't want. We're gonna break the window. The China's broken. It's demo time. Yeah, I mean that's their mindset, because your rest. You already mentioned it. You already mentioned it. Fresh legs, and so coaches too had extra time to put in on this team, because White is going to have to basically, how are you going to get Rourke off his spot? That's an obvious. I mean, that jumps off the screen in the first drive of any game when they have the ball offensively. Rourke is sitting back there like Tom Brady back in the day, where he's barely touched and he could just pick and choose where he wants to go with the ball. You know, as a defense coordinator, that annoys defensive coordinators. That annoys defensive players. But like I said, it's just another match of skill and talent. I can't wait to watch it and be fun to see. I mean, for one, I'm where I'm leaning, but it's going to be a game. And because you got to remember, Indiana's been that team kind of like us, where on the football field, we jump to basketball. We don't even want to talk about the football team, So they got that behind them too. They got that motivation. And with no namers, those are the teams you got to watch. No name rosters, because they're winning. Everybody's questioning them, so they're fired just as hot as our fire. And so it's going to be a matchup. This is a good game. Watching highlights of the Maryland-Indiana game a few weeks ago, it was a battle. It was back and forth. Third quarter, it's 28-21 in that game. So they're not going to die. Maryland has some big plays, big runs right up the middle. We could do the same thing. And so now, like I said, it's going to be an all-quarter game, all hands on deck. Run game for us, run game for them, pass game and defense. It's all going to get tested. And we'll find out where we lie after this game,
Rico, real quick before we get to Nick's prediction, before he has to dip out, we'll go to a break. Rico, let me ask you this. Are you more concerned with the play of, obviously the whole unit. We talked about the defensive standpoint. Raiola once again has a chance. A game where he didn't play his best. And I mean, everybody has that. I was not concerned about his game against Rutgers whatsoever. The guy was playing freaking high school football this time last year. And to play as well as he's done is just exceptional. Yeah. Tomorrow for him, what would you like to see him do tomorrow? You got their DBs none of their DBs are more than 5'10".
No.
Not one.
No.
And you have Nayor at 6'3", 6'4". You got Banks at 6'3", 6'4". You got Ja'Cory Barney that's all over the place. If you're Raiola, are you licking your chops looking at their DBs?
First off, I think the bye week came at a perfect time for him, especially coming right after his worst game as a freshman. Hopefully the worst game we ever see him play in a Nebraska uniform. So I think with how dedicated he is to his craft, how dedicated he is to reviewing film and getting better week after week, I think this bye week came at a perfect time for him to look at the mistakes that he made against a tough Greg Schiano-led Rutgers defense.
Yes.
And now come up against an Indiana defense that is really good according to the statistics. I don't care who they played, is really good according to the statistics. And facing DBs who are none of them taller than 5'10", an aspect of Raiola's game that I don't think that we have seen as much as we probably thought we were going to.
Right.
Is the deep ball, is the putting it up to those tall receivers and letting them go get it. We've seen it. We saw it early in the season with a couple of those deep passes to Nayor and to Banks. But as the season has gone on, it's gotten a lot shorter. It's gotten behind the line of scrimmage. It's gotten, a few yards down the field. It's Ja'Cory Barney coming across the middle. It's Banks, getting the first down and being a possession receiver at 6'4". And Nayor hasn't really been able to break any more deep like he did in Wyoming, like he did when he was at Wyoming, or like he did earlier this season. I think that's going to be the aspect that I am looking forward to the most. I think that this defense with those short corners is going to be something that Nebraska is going to look to take advantage of in terms of letting their guys go get it. 50-50 balls, obviously not a whole bunch of them, but again, doing that not more often, but doing that more in this game than we've seen early in this season. That's something that I'm looking forward to seeing Dylan Raiola do, because Nebraska talks this talk about wanting to be a run-first team, wanting to be not run-first, but wanting to be a running team, and we have yet to see it this year. So I'm fully expecting them to continue passing the ball.
There's that movie with Mel Gibson and the war movie. What movie is that? When they
Braveheart?
Not Braveheart. It's the other one. Oh,
Patriot. Patriot.
The Patriot. I love that movie.
Patriot.
Nick, before you get out, thank you guys. I appreciate it, because that's one of my favorite movies, The Patriot. I was thinking The Gladiator, but it wasn't Gladiator. But anyway, The Patriot. Nick, there's a part in there where Mel Gibson goes, because the opponent, the British, are coming over there and they're coming hard at him. Okay, they are just they're coming forward and they're pressing the line, and you hear Mel Gibson go, "Hold the line, hold the line." Indiana's going to come with a flood early. I just see that coming. You have homecoming. It's home field. They're 6-0. It's national television. They've never been in this position before. They're going to have to hold the line early in Nebraska. You got to weather that storm early. Nick, with that being said, with all we've talked about so far this morning, the numbers, the stats, and things, they don't lie.
Yeah.
What's your prediction for tomorrow?
Let me tell you one more statistic about we have not mentioned. Indiana has the sack leader in the entire Big Ten Conference on their defensive line. Mikhail Kamara is a guy that transferred from James Madison. He has 5 sacks on the season. Lead is tied for the lead in the Big Ten Conference with sacks. Offensive line's got to play really well for Nebraska. With that being said, I agree with you. I think Kurt Signay is going to come out. I think they're going to try to take a shot deep early. I think they're going to try to get on the board quick, get the fans engaged, and get them ready to go. With that being said, I think over time Nebraska is going to pull away. I think the quarterback matchup between Raiola and Rorick might be the best one in the Big Ten Conference this weekend, and it's really, really intriguing. So with that being said, I think Nebraska does the job today. I think they win on Saturday. I think they are able to get past Indiana, hold them to a loss. I think it's going to be very close. I see this as like a 28-21 type of game, 24-21. The only reason I say 28 instead of 24 is because I don't have faith in Nebraska's field goal ability. I think that's a piece that we have not discussed yet. Tristan Alvano's out once again this week. Nebraska's kicking situation is a very big question mark. That part worries me a little bit playing just any Big Ten game, but especially one that is as evenly matched as this one is if the game comes down to a couple of field goals, my confidence doesn't necessarily lie with Nebraska, but I think they're able to avoid it. I think they're able to win another road game, and I think Nebraska will actually win this one. My final score, I'm going to say 28-24.
Nick, I love it, man. Real quick before you go, Nick, Ted's got a point here. He goes, the reason for that is because defenses have focused on taking away the deep ball with their defensive safety scheme. They have film on him now, meaning Raiola, and they're making us try to beat them with the run game by taking away the deep ball. Ted, I think you're exactly right. The secret is out. And Nick, go ahead, brother.
I just think it doesn't need to be flashy. Like here we are again this week going like, all right, Nebraska, it doesn't need to be flashy. Just gut it out. You don't have a ton of like super talented playmakers on the perimeter, but you have a lot of reliability in Jamal Banks, Isaiah Nair, and like use them. Allow Dylan Raiola to get into a groove. Allow the running game to kind of get into a rhythm, and I think Nebraska's going to be just fine.
Nick, brother, you and Jay have a great time, brother. Be safe. Enjoy it all. And just to let you know, the black shirt, the Hall of Famer Terrell Farley says he's eating your sandwich.
That's fine. Terrell can have it. I will also say this tonight. Just a shameless plug, guys, before you go to break. Tonight, if you're making the trip to Bloomington, come on out to The Tap. It's a sports bar downtown Bloomington, just less than 5 minutes away from the stadium. We'll be there from 7 to 9 Eastern time tonight, which is 6 to 8. We'll be broadcasting live on the ticket, so make sure you tune into that right after Old School. Myself, Jay Foreman, on location. Tomorrow morning, pregame coverage starts at 7 a.m. Jay and I will have coverage from Bloomington. You guys will then take over at 8 o'clock, and then immediately after the game from, once again, The Tap, downtown Bloomington, Jay and I will have post-game coverage after what we hope to be a Husker win. So it's an exciting couple of 24 hours here coming up from Indiana.
Hey, Nick, make sure you post on your socials as well so we can follow Nick where they follow you at. I know they know, but tell us real quick where they follow you at.
So obviously follow 93.7 The Ticket first and foremost. You can follow Jay on Twitter at Foreman5644. And then myself is at Nick_Sainert on Twitter, on X there. And just stay close to the streams. I do want to shout out our sponsors, League One Volleyball Omaha, Heartland of Nebraska Windows, and Sandhills Global. Because without them, we're not out here. I'm not coming to you from a Hyatt Regency hotel in downtown Indianapolis. So
no Super 8 for you.
No Super 8. Yes, I saw somebody on the text line asked about how if I found a hotel as nice as the Super 8 in Norman. This one just a little bit nicer than the Super 8 in Norman, which is a good thing. So appreciate Nick, you guys. Let me bombard, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, I'm sure.
Not bombarding all. Nick, be safe, man. Enjoy it. We'll be tuning in. Folks, we will be back. We got AG in Houston, Raff and Bama. Me and Rico here. We'll give you our predictions for tomorrow.